I really didn't get down to 12 because there's a whole bunch of ties in there, but this is a great year for new products. But beyond just new products, 2017 was the year of NewTek NDI. NDI is revolutionizing live production and streaming workflows. It's a connectivity solution that NewTek invented, and I've done a lot of webinars on it, and we've talked about it a lot, but for those of you who don't know, NDI basically replaces all the connectivity and wiring in your studio in your live production. You use standard gigabit Ethernet, your standard networking with standard switches. We recommend PoE switches for the devices that are coming out. And now you can have your camera send the HDMI or SDI signal, convert it to NDI, and send NDI to your switcher or mixer. So if you have a TriCaster or a Wirecast gear that is NDI enabled, it can connect to any NDI cameras on the network. But more importantly, NDI isn't a one-way protocol like HDMI and SDI. It's a two-way protocol, and the products can connect and talk to each other. So as an example, a PTZ camera with NDI can have a tally light. You can have controls of different devices. If you have a TriCaster in one room on the network and a Wirecast gear in another room on the network, you can actually use the cameras that are connected to the one switcher to the cameras on the other, and all the cameras become available. NDI allows for you to modularly grow your productions because you can put NDI Connect on any computer, put a capture card in it, and now you can get more inputs to your show. So NDI was introduced a couple years ago, but in 2017, the biggest technology breakthrough of the year was really NewTek NDI, and that's why I'm calling 2017 the year of NDI. And now I'm going to go into our top products of 2017, and I got to start with a top product that really, my list is in no order. It's 12 products, but this one product truly was the product of the year, and that's the NewTek TriCaster TC1. The TriCaster TC1 is a completely redesigned TriCaster from the ground up that is optimized for NDI IP workflows. It is expandable and modular. I've done a couple of webinars on it when we were running a trade-in program, going into the top 10 reasons to trade in. Even though the trade-in program's expired, it's still a video worth watching. But the thing I love about the TriCaster TC1 is its unrivaled performance and power. What am I talking about? Up to 16 inputs. The unit comes with 4 inputs that are SDI, but you can add additional inputs by either adding a Studio I/O modules or by adding NDI inputs. It supports not just standard def, not just high def, not just 4K, but 4K P60. And all 16 inputs can be 4K P60. This is a level of live production that would cost you $100,000 to $250,000. Now it starts at $14,995. We have a bundle for $19,995 that includes the control surface, the small control surface. The TC1 is a tremendous product. It's got features and performance that rival the TC8000 product from the previous professional TriCaster product line. But now, with the TC1, you get all those features and all that performance starting for under $20,000. It's a modular product, so you can add additional features and additional performance as you go by adding additional I/O boxes, a bigger control surface. It's got things built into it like instant replay, talk show capabilities, so you can bring in people over Skype TX. TriCaster TC1, Videoguys' top product of 2017. Now for the rest of the list. All right, we're going to go to the other end of the spectrum to a product that I really love, the Webcaster X2 from Epiphan. The Epiphan Webcaster X2 is a second generation product. The Webcaster X1 started shipping last year, but this year, 2017, they came out with the X2 product. The X2 product is very exciting. It's a second generation version of the same product. But what the X2 gives you is it gives you the ability to choose between going to YouTube Live or Facebook Live. So it's your choice, not one or the other. And also what's super cool about it is it's got Wi-Fi or LAN network connectivity for your camcorder. It mounts on your camcorder. It's super easy to set up, and within seconds you can be going straight out to Facebook Live or YouTube Live. If you're watching Videoguys videos and Videoguys webinars and you're a Videoguys customer, then you understand we've got to do more than just a cell phone if we're going to stream video and have it be real quality. And with the Webcaster X2, we can deliver the same great quality of our HDMI camcorder that we love. So you can get better focus, better color depth. You can zoom, you can come out. It's a true use of a real camcorder via HDMI directly into the Webcaster X2. And because it does YouTube Live and Facebook Live, and because it offers you wired and Wi-Fi connectivity, I feel the X2 is more than twice as good as the old X1. But guess what? It's the same $299.95 price point. So you gotta love it. $300, turn your favorite HDMI camera into a YouTube, social media, Facebook streaming device. Very cool, and that's why it's on the list. All right, next product we have for you is a category of products. It's the BirdDog Studio and the NewTek Connect Sparks. These are on-camera encoders, which will take your camcorder and have your output, be it HDMI or SDI, turn into NDI. So now, let's think about it. If you had 16 cameras with 16 of these devices, they could all be switched through a TriCaster TC1. But now I just want to talk about these encoders because they don't just work with NewTek products. They work with other third-party video switcher mixers. As an example, vMix. We know a lot of people out there use the vMix products. vMix is a great little switcher, and now you can use the Connect Spark or the BirdDog to go into vMix or Wirecast or UBS or a bunch of other affordable switching products. So I'm going to start now by going into the different products, and I want to talk first about the NewTek Connect Sparks. There's actually two Connect Sparks in the Connect Spark family. There is a SDI version and an NDI version, HDMI version. The HDMI version is $499. The SDI version is $699. These are really great on-camera products. They support the NDI HX protocol. They give you the ability to connect via either GigE, Ethernet, or Wi-Fi, which is very cool. We love the Sparks. We've used them in some of our shows before. It's a great little product, and it's a good encoder, and at the price, you can't go wrong. For $500 to be able to get your favorite HDMI camera directly into vMix with no cables required via your Wi-Fi, that's super cool. The other product that I can finally say is shipping. We were worried these guys wouldn't get their act together. They wouldn't make the list for 2017, but they did. The BirdDog Studio is shipping. We have it in stock. Its quantities are very tight right now, so get your orders in. I can't promise we'll be able to ship you out of stock because we're in a back order situation, but we will be able to ship you product probably within a week at the most. But the BirdDog Studio has SDI and HDMI input and output. It gives you tally, and it also gives you full NDI support, which makes it have a latency of almost zero latency, which is very exciting for those people who feel latency, maybe doing sports videos or other subjects where latency is a big issue for you. So it's a little bit more expensive. It's $895, but the BirdDog Studio, NDI encoder, SDI, and HDMI. Very cool product, very exciting. $795, wrong price. $895. Next, we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to go to storage. We're going to talk about is this puppy right here, the LaCie Big Dock 2. I have wanted a product like this for years. I've always been a fan of RAID storage, RAID 0, RAID 1. RAID 0 gives you a tremendous amount of speed and connectivity for editing HD 4K type editing. But the Big Dock is real exciting. I want to show you what makes this product so cool versus all the others. If we can get it up on the screen, the Big Dock 2 has card readers built into it. It's a dock. So not only is it a RAID, it has a compact flash reader, whoops, and, and an SD card reader as well as USB port in the front of it. So you're getting connectivity for bringing your footage in along with the hard drives. They start at a $649 price. Love the Big Dock 2. I think it's a great product, and that's why it's on the list. It's Thunderbolt 3 connectivity, which I want to mention is very important. With Thunderbolt 3, you get backwards compatibility. The same cable will allow you to go into a USB-C jack, and then there's an adapter cable, which you can use to go into USB 3 or USB 2. Obviously, your speeds will go slower with the slower connectivity, but it means the Big Dock can be moved to just about any computer you own, PC or Mac. One of the other things I really like about the LaCie storage is they come with a really cool RAID setup and manager software that lets you set it up for PC or Mac, lets you manage the RAID, lets you set up the different configurations. The LaCie Big Dock 2, a definite top 12 product. Next is this big boy over here, the GigE Shuttle XL. I'm a big fan of the Shuttle XLs. I liked them when they were USB 2 only, but you know what? When they were Thunderbolt 2 only last year, but the problem with Thunderbolt 2 was you could only connect it to Thunderbolt 2 devices, and that doesn't work for everybody. Sometimes you need to connect to other older gear. With the Thunderbolt 3 version of Shuttle XL, we get incredible throughput and speed and performance, but we also now get the ability to hook it up, as I said, to USB-C, to USB 3 or USB 2. Now, shuttle accels are available in two different configurations. The one you see here is the EV configuration. That means that you get 2 drive bays, 6 drives and 2 drive bays. Those drive bays can be used for card readers, such as a red card reader, a CFast reader, or for their GTEC G-Drive EV drives. They also have a reader for the Atomos storage. So it's very cool on the way that you can use that workflow in the field. I love it. It's rugged. It's got a nice solid, oops, almost broke everything down. Sorry about that. It's a solid product. It's got a handle on top. You can put it on its side or upwards. Love them. They're starting at $39.95 G-Speed Shuttle Accel. This is my favorite attached storage for 4K workflows. If you're doing some serious work, this is some serious storage. It's built like a tank. Love it. Shuttle Accel. Switching gears, I mentioned them a little bit. This is a tie for 2 products that were introduced this year from the folks over at Atomos, the Ninja Inferno and the Sumo. The Ninja Inferno is very exciting. The Shogun Inferno was a phenomenal product. It was a hit of the previous year. But with the Ninja Inferno, they're now delivering a 7-inch screen with the full Inferno set of supported features. So you get 4K, 60 frames, HDR, gorgeous bright night screen, 7 inches, and it's HDMI only. What's the advantage of HDMI only? Well, if you only need HDMI, there's no need for SDI, and this puppy comes in at under $1,000 at $999. Right now it's on sale for $895 for a limited amount of time. There's a $100 special, but it's normally $995. Super exciting about the Ninja Inferno. If you're shooting 4K footage in the field with a Canon, Panasonic, Sony, high-end cinema type camera, you want to mount one of these on top of it. It's great for your workflow, and we recommend the Atomos field recorders, field monitor recorders, and the Infernos especially. Now, what we don't have up here because it's just too big is the other product from Atomos that was really great. They came out with 19-inch Sumo monitors. The Sumo monitor, I'm moving around, I'm driving Eddie crazy, sorry about that. The Sumo monitor is a studio level monitor, 19-inch. You can use it in the studio or the field. It gives you all the great HDR and recording capabilities of a Shogun Inferno, only in a 19-inch monitor. They also have it available as a monitor without field recorder, if that's the style you need and choose to get. What I found is kind of exciting is multiple workflows you can have now. You can have the Atomos field recorder, an Inferno mounted on your camera, and then you can be working with a Sumo in the studio, and you know your HDR and all your matching, your color's going to match beautifully. We also have directors and DPs and cinematographers taking the Sumos out into the field to be used in the production environment for viewing their dailies or making sure cuts are right and checking that color quality. And when you get into HDR, and no one does HDR like the folks at Atomos, that's how you can really get some gorgeous footage that goes beyond just what 4K is. 4K is cool, HDR is cooler. When you put them together, that's how you get the best quality footage. And if you're going to want to shoot in that quality footage, you should have an Atomos field monitor recorder as part of your workflow. Next, Telestream. Telestream came out with Wirecast version 8 of the software. It added some really cool features that I really like a lot. The number one is the rendezvous feature. That's where you can bring remote guests into your production and have them, multiple remote guests if you want, but now you can bring in someone who's in the field, or maybe they're in the Chicago office. You can bring them into your office and you can interact with them and talk with them. It's a two-way communication. It's kind of like Skype TX, but it's their own technology, the rendezvous. Very, very cool. It also gives you a nice audio mixer panel, which I've always felt was needed in all the live streaming software. I think they could all use with doing a little bit better on the audio side, and Wirecast stepped up with that. We have some tremendous deals on Wirecast upgrades and full versions, and I believe till the end of the year they're running a 30% off sale, so definitely jump on it now. If you've got an older version of Wirecast, you should get on Wirecast 8. The other thing they introduced was a new version of the Wirecast Gear hardware. Now, I don't have a gear here. It's a little too big to pick up, but if you followed us and know what we're talking, we've told you about this. Wirecast Gear is a dedicated live streaming and production appliance with 4 inputs. What I like about the 230 is you have 4 SDI spigots, but they're configurable. So if you need one of them to be output to go to your production, you can. The 230 also has bigger hard drives in it and a higher end version of the new Blue Live titler. So the 230 as a top of the line professional Wirecast Gear model, $7,995. I can recommend that pretty highly, and that's why that's one of our top 12 products of the year as well. Let's see what we got next. All right, NewTek. Well, this is a tie. It's PTZ cameras that support NDI. NewTek was first, shipping their PTZ camera, the NDI PTZ camera. I'm going to hold it over here so you can see it on the side of me. I think that's the right place to put it. And their camera came out. And then also the folks at PTZ Optics have come out with a PTZ camera, their Generation 2 camera. Their Generation 2 camera is going to be field upgradable. You can get the firmware for download. The firmware is about $300 on sale, and that can turn your existing PTZ camera Generation 2 into an NDI camera. Or they're saying until they actually have NDI integrated into the camera, they're going to keep that $300 price going. So that means you can get a Gen 2 PTZ camera and NDI for under $2,000, which is pretty exciting. But before I go to the next category, I want to show you the NewTek camera. The NewTek PTZ camera is really remarkable. I love it. It's $26.99. When you got NewTek's always going to have a bit of a home field advantage when it comes to integrating NDI, and this camera is a perfect example of that. It's got tally light in it. You get, once again, because it's NDI, with an NDI PTZ camera, you plug it into the Ethernet connection, your standard GigE connection. Not only does the video go down the pipe to your TriCaster, your Wirecast, your vMix, but also you get complete camera control. So you can control this PTZ camera from your TriCaster via NDI, which is super cool. The folks at NewTek knew not everything's NDI, so you're still going to have SDI, you're still going to have HDMI outputs. They also have RS-232, they have audio input. Very cool product. PTZ cameras are very important for those of us in live production. Why? Because we don't need a cameraman when we have a PTZ camera. And the one thing I can tell you is, PTZ, I'm sorry, I know I turned the wrong way. I'm making Eddie crazy. That's what happens when you go live, folks. The PTZ cameras are a real advantage because you don't need a camera operator. And right now, today, the technology is solid enough and the costs are low enough that there's no reason why anyone at any level of corporate, educational, or government video or worship video can't be shooting and going live. But one of the things that helps make that whole production work is when you can use PTZ cameras throughout the room so that you don't need as many live operators, because we can't always get a team together to do a production, but we still need to do the production. So PTZ cameras, great way to go. All these PTZ cameras have preset angles, so if you don't want to be zooming and focusing and panning and zooming during the show, you can put your presets in. And I went a little bit long on this category, but it's an important category. PTZ cameras with NDI, they're in my top 12 too. Next, we're going to go over to storage. And this big boy wouldn't possibly fit on this desk, but it's one of the coolest products, and I love it, and that's the Nexus Pro 40 terabyte. We've been selling the Nexus Pro since they were first introduced, since before they were even called Nexus, when it back used to be called ISIS. With the 40 terabyte Nexus Pro, I think Avid's really finally hit the home run everyone was looking for. 40 terabytes is a great amount of size to be sharing between multiple video editors. When it comes to shared storage, Nexus Pro is in a league by itself. Why? First off, it's going to give you super tight integration with all the Avid workflows, bin locking, all the things that are so important to Avid customers, but it's also fully certified, works great with Adobe Premiere or FCPX. So for a mixed environment, nothing's better than Nexus Pro. The Avid folks call it intelligent shared storage, and the reason it's intelligent is because you can set it up and reconfigure it as you need, when you need. You don't have to reformat the whole drive. You can set it up with different levels of redundancy and protection so that you can have some people have the equivalent of what we call RAID 6 dual drive failure. Other people in your in your workspace, in your work group, your post group, can be on standard protection, which is equivalent of RAID 5. And some people who are really doing something that's not so critical can be on no RAID protection so that you're not wasting as much space. The Nexus Pro, what we've put together is we work together with the folks at Avid and Dell. We've got a great deal where you can have a Nexus Pro 40 terabyte unit for under $10,000 with the Dell switch. You hook up the Nexus Pro to the Dell switch via your 10 gig, and then you can have up to 20 individual editors coming in from their workstations to the Nexus Pro via GigE into the switch. One of the things that's also cool about the Nexus Pro, super easy to gang up 2 GigE ports. So if you want to put 2 cards into your workstations, now everyone can have 2 gig connectivity back to the Nexus Pro, and that'll take care of 4K workflows up to, but not quite including the raw workflows. But any compressed 4K workflows, no problem. Nexus Pro 40 terabyte engine in stock, under 10K with a Dell switch. That's what I'm talking about, and that's why it's a Videoguys Top 12 product of 2017. Next is a product that I love and I can't rave enough about. It's the LiveView Solo HDMI. Let's face it, if you're a live streamer, you're not always near Wi-Fi and you're not always near a network jack, but you still got to get the show on. The show must go on. What the folks at LiveView have done is the Solo is a bonded cellular solution. You hook up two cellular modems from two different carriers, and the signal gets bonded together in the LiveView LRT cloud. That's a virtual decoder. This is the encoder, that's a decoder. And in the cloud, it puts the two signals together from the two cellular sources, links them up, gives you perfect audio and a higher video quality than you could ever achieve in the field from a single cellular modem or even multiple cell phones. The LiveView HDMI is under $1,000, $995. Now it still has connectivity, it still does Wi-Fi, still does wired internet, and it does a single cell modem if you just want to go out directly to whatever CDN you want to use. In order to use the bonded feature, you need the LRT cloud, and the LRT cloud will not just bond the two cellulars, but it'll also bond Wi-Fi and the wired if you have it all. So for the best level of connectivity, the LiveView HDMI Solo is the way to go. $995. They have LRT plans available. We have annual plans. We're working on some other specials on it. And the folks at LiveView have even put together a graphics package where you can actually get graphics from the cloud into your production. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about with the LiveView Solo is it's an on-camera mounted product, which is great. But we've got people doing something even cooler with it, and that is they're taking the output of something like a Roland mixer or a TriCaster Mini going into the LiveView, and now they're able to stream from the field. It's a true portable solution. I got a lot of people who are doing football or athletic things from fields where they have power, but they don't have internet. So what they're doing is they're setting up a TriCaster Mini as an example, multiple cameras, running them around, and then using the LiveView as the output to encode and go up to the cloud and go up to Facebook or whatever their favorite CDN is. So LiveView Solo, very cool product. Next, now we're going to switch gears into a completely different realm, virtual reality. I bet you just about everyone either knows someone or got someone or has someone in their house who got some kind of virtual reality gadget this year for the holidays. Virtual reality is coming on strong. The Samsung 360 Round is a professional, high-quality 360 3D camera. You get a total of 17 cameras, 16 around, one on the top. It's true stereoscopic, so it's a 3D, gets you depth of field, more immersive camera. It's $10,499. The camera controls you get for this via software are the kind of controls that a cinematographer or a DP, a professional shooter, expects. It's a phenomenal product, and what puts it to the next level is you can actually stream live with it. We have a computer. We worked together with the folks over at Next and came up with a very powerful computer where it will live stitch your video, so you can go directly from the Samsung 360 out to Facebook VR, YouTube VR, or Samsung VR. This is super cool technology. It's a beast of a machine. I'm going to be honest with you. It's over 10K itself. So you're looking at, we have packages together with the 360 and the computer. It's a portable computer with a glass screen in the front, the Next computer. Under 20K for the complete solution. If you're looking to do professional level VR. I'm not talking about fooling around with a cheap little camera. Where you really want cinematography, you're creating immersive experiences, be it entertainment for shows, or maybe you're doing training, or perhaps it's just some kind of ride or a 3D thing that you're trying to set up. This is the way to go. It's a professional level product. We're very excited to have it, and it is in stock and available from Videoguys. Next. This is the last one. It's on the list. It's also the smallest one, and that's one of the things that makes it so cool. The G Drive Mobile SSD R Series from GTech. I'm going to hold this way up to the camera so you can see it. It is really small. How small? Where'd it go? It's in my pocket. It's rugged. It's waterproof. It's dustproof. It's SSD storage. Starts 500 gigabytes for $179.95, which is a great price, but the sweet spot, the one I really love, is when you get a full terabyte for under $400. It's normally $379, we have it on sale, but $349.95 for a full terabyte of lightning fast SSD storage. This connects via USB-C. Also means you can use the adapters to go USB 3 or USB 2. Very excited about this product. I love external SSDs. SSDs are coming on strong. There's been shortages over the last year or so with SSDs, but we think that things have worked out. We're not going to see shortages anymore, which means we should see this pricing stabilize or perhaps go down. This is a great product. It's rugged as anything. I love it if you're shooting on the go, if you're a videographer or a photographer, and you're not thinking about getting one of these, you're crazy. I know SSDs seem expensive, but to transfer your footage lightning fast in the field into this little device that's rugged, droppable from up to 10 feet, 3 meters, GTech rugged, you're not going to go wrong with this product. I love it. It's my favorite external SSD hard drive, and I love external SSD hard drives. Folks, that wraps up our whole list. I know I didn't go as in-depth into the products as we normally like to do, and that was done on purpose because I knew we had to keep this show moving, we had to keep it going, so we tried to hit all the products that you see on this great montage that's behind me. 12 products, I think we were closer to 15 to be honest with you, but we'll give the folks at Videoguys a call. That's me, it's Courtney, it's Ed, it's Britt, it's Jim. 800-323-2325. We have live people who can help you discuss these products, discuss your workflows. Over the next week or so, you're going to see in-depth videos, still not too long, a couple minutes long on each of the products that were featured in this article. We're very proud of all these products. Kudos to all our vendors who participated in this year's top 12 list. To those of you who didn't make it, better luck next year. Just give us better products. You'll get on the list. Maybe I'll have a top 15 or a top 20 next year because when I fall in love with that many products, I can't keep people out. You know how it goes. But every Tuesday at 2 p.m., Videoguys live webinars. We tell you about the products that we sell. We use the products. We're using these products in our new studio right now as we produce this video here. We sell them. Please give us a call, 800-323-2325. We'd love to get these products out to you. Also, like us on Facebook. Retweet us on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Any help you can give bringing awareness of people, let your friends know about this stuff, the better. We appreciate it. Gary, Videoguys.com, 800-323-2325. It was a great year. 2017 was a phenomenal year for new products. We know 2018 is going to be great too. This is Gary for Videoguys. Peace.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.